asked a very simple question to the fellas. I I said, listen, what are the tenets of the red pill? Who are the founders? What are the rules? Where's the website? And the reason I asked this stuff is because what I know, and what I know a lot of you guys know, is that there is, like, for all intents and purposes, there's no such thing as red pill. Why do I say that? Because if I went to 10 different people and asked them what the red pill was, I might get the same definition. However, if I went to 10 different people and I asked them about 10 different content creators and I asked, hey, is this person red pill? I get so many different answers. They'd say, oh, this one is red pill because this, that, and the third, and that one's not red pill because this, that, and the third. And trust me, there's so many different philosophies and belief systems about what is red pill and what's not red pill. There's really no definition for it. There's no such thing as red pill. And quite frankly, I want to take a step back for a second. I want to give a non red pill, non male, non relationship dynamic example. And I just want you to think about this, right? What if I came to you one day, right? And I said, you know what? What if there was this group and their focus was on there's a problem with pollution. And I said, you know what? I'm part of such and such group and we're anti-pollution. And you came to me and you said, okay, well, who started your anti-pollution organization? Well, I don't know. Well, what are the tenets and the core values and beliefs of your non-pollution organization? Well, I don't know. Right then and there, you'd probably have some red flags. Like, hold on. He's starting this movement, and there's this huge movement, but nobody can tell me who started it and what the core beliefs are, who's a part of it and who's not. That would be a red flag right there for you, right there, wouldn't it? And so, what if, out of reluctancy, you joined my non-pollution movement, group, organization, collection of fellow believers, right? And day one, we're making all this content and information about not polluting. That's what we're doing. Day one. Don't pollute. And all our content is about pollution and this, that, and the third. And then a year goes by. We're making the same content. Then 2 years go by. It's the same content. Then a third year goes by. And it's the same content. So you were already joining something that I could not define and could not give a history of, or leadership, or tenets, or requirements. So I already started off on shaky ground. But then on top of that, years went by, and what I was speaking to, the content that I was making, stayed exactly the same. Then on top of that, let's just throw this in there. You start to see more and more people coming along, making content about the same topic that we make content about, claiming the same agenda, claiming to be a part of the umbrella group or organization or collection, and you see them monetizing it. At what point do you say, you know what? This ain't what I thought it was. At what point do you say, you know what? I can let this go. I came into something, there was no clear organization. There was no clear definitions. There was no clear history. There was no clear tenets. But I came in anyway. Then multiple years went by, and we were still having the same conversations as when I first came in. Then a new wave came in where I saw person after person after person monetizing and benefiting financially off of something that we said we were serious about. At what point do you say, you know what? Y'all got it. I'm out of here. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Why is it so hard? Thank you. Thank you. Why is it so hard to let the red pill go? That's what I don't understand. It's like I've asked you, who started it? You don't know. I asked you, what are the core tenets that, hey, if you do this, this is red pill. If you do this, that's not red pill. You can't tell me. I've asked you, who are the founding fathers? He started it in his basement with this dude, and this was his manifesto. Can't tell me. Then I ask you, what is the end goal? Because we can look over the course of 6 years. It's the exact same content. On top of that, now we can look at it and we can see that it has become a vehicle for financial gain. So even if you came in originally and you actually thought you were being a part of something that was real and helpful and beneficial, at this point, if you look around, you can't. At what point do you sit back and say, you know what? These guys that I thought were real and authentic and genuine, they've been making the same videos for years now. They don't have a day job, so this is their job. And they're making their money making the exact same content over and over and over again. It's like, what? Why is it so hard to let go of the pills? That's what I don't understand it. Why is it so hard? Like, I can see if, like, man, I came to the red pill, and once I came to the red pill, man, I lost 65 pounds. I got in shape. I started making more money. My relationship situation got better. That's not the story. And that's the part that baffles me. It's like, what was the actual gain? Like, you can't even say, oh yeah, man, we came along and we tore down feminism. We got the laws changed. It's like you're holding on to something that hasn't done anything for you. I don't understand. I don't understand. And here's the craziest part. I understand you feel upset and you feel ostracized and left out and marginalized, but here's the thing. As men, have you ever stopped and thought to yourself that the biggest impediment to my success is me as a man? Have you ever thought that? Has it ever crossed your mind that it's not the white man using the black woman to hold you back? That you just got to change some things about yourself and work on some things about yourself? Has that ever crossed your mind? Has it ever crossed your mind that even if You check these broads and you put them in their place, and they come back down to reality, and they want to be married again, and they want to be wholesome again, and they got realistic expectations. Has it ever crossed your mind that if by some miracle all these women got themselves together in the way that you want them to, you still are not in the position to capitalize and to win off of it? Has that ever crossed your mind? If all the black women between the ages of 37 and 22 that don't have children said, you know what, I'm going to get in the best shape of my life. I'm going to become celibate. I'm going to give my life to God. I'm going to become a submissive woman. If they all did that, you still aren't in the position that you need to be in to even capitalize off of that. Has it ever crossed your mind that we talk so much about being a patriarch? I respect your content. At first, I thought Will was funny, but yeah, exactly. These guys, and I got a video coming out about that soon. A lot of these guys, unfortunately, have really internalized this red pill. And they really think that it's a real thing. They don't understand that most of the people that come along are using it for their own financial gain. They don't even realize that a lot of the guys that come along and they make the content, you pay them money to make content about the woman, right? They take the money that you give them and spend it on the very woman that they was just finished talking about. That's the craziest part. The guy gets online and he talks about, man, these women this and these women that, and da 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 da. And you cash app him and super, yeah, that's right, tell him. He takes the money you gave him and spends it on the woman he was just talking about. Oh my God. It's crazy. You don't believe me? Go on, shout out to Sub-Zero. Go on Fresh and Fit's Instagram right now. Mind you, Fresh and Fit, they built the whole platform on talking to these unruly women, right? That same Fresh and Fit takes that money that they make from making this content, and you see them all in Miami, all on the beach, all at the club with the execs. If you think I'm lying, go on Instagram right now. Type in Fresh and Fit. You're going to see the exact same women that they talk so badly about. They go right to the club and get bottles and get VIP and take pictures and videos with those same women. They have boat parties and yacht parties with those same women. And how, man, I don't understand it, man. And it's not like they do it in secret. It's right in front of your face. It's right on their Instagram page. I don't understand. Once again, I would understand you clinging to the red pill and not wanting to let it go. If you could say, man, since I started believing in this red pill stuff, man, my life done got so much better, man. My skin is glowing. My pockets is heavy. I've been in the gym. I got a 6-pack, man. We have to be honest, man. The content has stayed the same the entire time. And one thing about men have always been about progression. The next thing. You don't even see, I'm realizing something. A lot of guys, and I think MOT said this first, but a lot of guys have spent so much time on this red pill stuff that they can't let it go, because letting it go is an indication of how much time they wasted. They shame you for getting the 60. Yeah, exactly. But seriously, a lot of guys, in my opinion, they can't let the red pill go, because if they let it go, then it highlights how much time they wasted. Like if guys were to come out and denounce the red pill, then it's like, damn, I just spent 5 years on these panels. I spent how much money super chatting and cash apping and on Patreons and super chats. I spent how much time on panels. I spent years, and for some individuals, thousands of dollars on this red pill stuff. So I can't denounce it, because what does that say about all that time and money that I spent? What does it say about all that time I spent talking about women? Now I'm saying, okay, I need to focus on, that means I wasted my time. That means I look kind of silly. A lot of men don't want to admit that, hey man, you look kind of silly talking about women all the time. You look kind of silly going at women all the time. Trust me, it's not an easy thing to do. I said it before, I'll say it again. When I first came around this red pill manosphere space, it was around the pandemic, right? So you stuck in the house, can't go to the gym, can't go to the club, can't go to the restaurant, can't go to church, can't even go into the office. You got to work from home. Then on top of that, I'm having relationship issues at the time. I mean, severe relationship issues at the time. So I stumbled across the Manosphere online, and guess what I start doing? I start making Manosphere content. Oh, Keisha this and Keisha that. But eventually, I had a desire to make progress in my life. And I started to grow and make change. Because here's the thing. You can only make changes once you accept accountability for where you are. So I had to take personal accountability for my own life and my own situation. And guess what? It's not fun. It is not fun as a man to say, man, I wasted such and such amount of years. Man, I'm fat and out of shape. I need to get myself together. Man, I let myself go. Man, I ruined this opportunity. Man, I'm at this point, but I should have been at this point this many years ago. It is not fun to admit your shortcomings as a man, even if it's just to yourself. It is a lot easier to just keep going down that red pill lane. Red pill is down the line. They were both victims. Oh, I don't know about all that. That does happen in some cases. I ain't going that deep into it, but that's why I'm gonna answer my own question. This is the reason why a lot of individuals cannot let the red pill go. Because once you let the red pill go, now you're just left with yourself. And once you are left with yourself, now you got to talk to yourself. You got to look at yourself. You got to be accountable to yourself. And say, this is what I need to do. This is where I fall short. This is what I need to work on. Trust me, it is not fun to look at yourself in the mirror as a man and say, man, where I'm at right now, I should have been there 5 years ago. Man, I got 2 chins. Man, I'm fat as hell. Man, I can't even afford no woman. Man, I had a good woman and I messed it up. Man, I need to go back to school. I need to do this. It's going to take me such and such amount of years to get to where I'm supposed to be already. It is not fun to do that. I'm telling you. But if I hold on to the red pill, as long as I hold on to that, I can talk about what the woman is doing, what the system is doing, what the Democrats are doing. I'd rather do that. Because I'm telling you, man, I've been there. I'm talking about, when I say been there, I mean like seriously. Sitting in an apartment, in the room, on the floor, by yourself, with some dark liquor, thinking, damn, I'm in this position and I did it to myself. My pockets look funny and it's my own fault. I wasted opportunities. I didn't get these trainings. I don't have the resume. Man, I'm struggling with women and it's my fault. I don't got nothing going on and it's my fault. It is not, I've been there. It is, I'm telling you, it's not fun, but it's necessary. It is not fun to be stuck in a funk as a man. And all you can do to try and get through it is just you put your headphones on and you go for walks or you go for runs and you listen to sermons or motivational speeches and you're just trying to pump yourself up and come up with a plan and figure out how you can do something. And you're just trying to get through the day. It ain't fun. At one point in time, I had a playlist called Pain, right? And this playlist was just like a bunch of introspective music where it was just men talking about how they was going through when they was struggling, they wasn't doing right. It was that kind of music. I had a whole playlist of that. And I spent like 2 weeks. I would just put my headphones on, put my little shorts on, and walk like 2 miles, just listen to this music, just thinking and just figuring out where I went wrong or what I need to work on. I did it for like 2 weeks. It is not fun as a man to sit there and say, man, I fucked up. I've wasted years. It ain't fun to do that. Not fun at all. And that's why guys are just like, no, I can't let go of this. It's this woman. I can't. They can't let it go. Once you let go of that pill, all you left with is yourself and what you need to do and what you need to fix. Guys, I'm telling you, man, my fault. You have to stop running from yourself. That's all this red pill stuff is. It's you running from yourself. Because I'm telling you right now, women becoming wifey material. Women stop sleeping around. Women becoming more respectful and submissive. None of that is going to help you personally. Seriously. If all women got together and said, you know what, we got to get ourselves together, sister. If they all did that, this is what just came to me just now. This is the craziest part. If women, quote unquote, got themselves together, you as a red pill guy, you would have more problems with women, not less. Let me say that again. If women, quote unquote, got themselves together, as a red pill man, you would have more problems with women, not less. Why? Because if women decided, you know what, I'm going to go back to a traditional way of living and thinking and being and operating with men, a lot of you wouldn't qualify right now. Even more of you than already don't right now. Because a lot of you're able to get a woman just because she don't have no standards and, you know, she out there and she lost and all this kind of stuff. But if women actually became traditional women, you guys would have more women problems, not less. If she became more traditional, she'd have a higher standard. Not just about finances, but morality and character and leadership and masculinity. So if they became traditional like you claim to want, you'd have more woman problems, not less. Man, I'm spitting right now. I gotta clip that part because that's true. A lot of red pill guys haven't thought about that. But if women corrected themselves in the way that a lot of these guys claim they want women to correct themselves, they would actually have more women problems, not less. They'd have even less access to women, not more. Because I hate to break it to you, fellas, but a low body count, physically fit, submissive, feminine, attractive, educated, loving, nurturing woman, she has zero interest in a red pill dude. I'm sorry, I hate to be the one to tell you. Zero interest. Like the woman that I just described, do you think she's saying, man, that man that's on the internet all night long talking about how women ain't this and women ain't that and cursing to the top of his lungs, I gotta have him. No. Listen, man. Do you think when you fire up that live and talk about what's wrong with the modern woman, or oh man, look at what Keisha Cole, no, look at what Alicia Keys did with Usher. That's why you can't trust women. Do you think she goes on YouTube and listens to that and says, oh yeah, that's a leader right there? Fellas. My hope for you in 2024 is that you let go of that red pill and deal with yourself. That's all I got for you, man.